Hello everyone. In the journey of preparation of board examinations, I am here with you all with the practice questions of applications of trigonometry. The questions which we have selected are the type of questions which are generally asked in the board examination. So if you will be practicing these questions, it will help you in scoring high in the board exams. We are already having a video on the concepts of applications of trigonometry. So if you have not seen that video, please watch the video so that it will be easy for you to understand that how to solve questions based on the topic. If you have not yet subscribed my channel, please subscribe it once. Now let's start with the questions. A wall 8-meter long casts a shadow of 5-meter long. At the same time, a tower casts a shadow of 50-meter long. Find the height of the tower. So first condition is given to us that there is a wall. Suppose this is the wall and wall is your AB is the wall and BC is its shadow. So height of the wall is your 8 meter. This is 8 meter and the shadow is your 5 meter. That means BC is your 5 meter. Suppose the angle of elevation, this is your theta. We are taking this as theta. Now the second condition over here is that there is a tower. Suppose this is your tower. Suppose it is your DEF. Tower is your DE and it is casting a shadow of 50 meter. That means EF, that is your shadow, it is of 50 meter. We are assuming that the height of the tower is your H. We have to find the height of the tower only. That means we have to find the value of H. And if at the same time we are talking about, then angle of elevation will be same. Same time, angle of elevation will be same. That means over here we can see if this is the angle theta, then the side opposite to this angle will be your perpendicular. That means AB will be the perpendicular and BC will be the base. So we have to select a trigonometric ratio in which perpendicular and base is coming. So we know that tan theta is your perpendicular over base. This is the value of tan theta. Tan theta is a ratio of perpendicular to base. Perpendicular over here, if we are going to take the triangle ABC, perpendicular is 8 and base is your 5. So tan theta, whatsoever the value of theta will be, tan theta will be your 8 upon 5. Now if we are going to take the another triangle, so from here even we can find the value of tan theta. So tan theta will again be your perpendicular over base only. Over here we can see this is your theta angle. So side opposite to this, that is your DE is the perpendicular and EF is the base. So tan theta will be perpendicular over base, that is your H over 50. Now because tan theta is same for both the two conditions, so we can equate these two. So if we will equate these two, it will be 8 upon 5 is equivalent to H over 50. If we will cross multiply it, 8 multiplied by 50 is equivalent to 5 times of H. Or we can say H is equivalent to 8 multiplied by 50 over 5, that is 80 meters. That simply means the height of the tower will be your 80 meters. This type of questions comes in the objective question, that is for 1 mark only. Now the next question, as observed from top of a lighthouse. Suppose this is your lighthouse. H meter above sea level, that means height of this lighthouse is your H meters. This is your H meters. A ship which was initially at a distance of 100 meters from the foot of the lighthouse and moving away from the lighthouse in the same straight line joining the foot of lighthouse changes its angle of depression from 45 degree to 30 degree. Means initially the angle of depression was 45 degree. Now then it is changed to 30 degree. Find the distance traveled by the ship during the period of observation. Also find the height of the lighthouse. That means we have to find the value of H. Suppose this is your lighthouse AB. And initially this is the position of the ship, that is your C. Then during the time when we were observing it, then it changed to position D. Initially, suppose this is your horizontal level. So initially the angle of depression, that means this angle of depression was 45 degree. This was 45 degree initially. Then the ship was moving in the side opposite to the your tower, your lighthouse. So it is moving in this direction. So then after some time its position changes from C to D. Then angle of depression changes to 30 degree. So this is your 30 degree. Initially, it was at C position, the ship was at C position, then it kept on moving in this direction and the position of the ship changes from C to D. Initially, the angle of depression was your 45 degree. So if this is 45 degree, this angle will even be 45 degree because we know that these are parallel lines and it will be your alternative interior angles. If this angle is 30 degree, this angle will even be 30 degree. Now we have taken AB as a lighthouse whose height is your h meters. The initial distance between the foot of your lighthouse and the ship was your 100 meter. That means this distance is your 100 meter. Value of BC is given to us as 100 meter. We have to find how much distance it is traveled. Suppose this is the distance which the ship has traveled and it is your x meter. So we have to find the value of x and we have to find the value of h. These two values we need to find. It is even given to us that we have to use root 3 as 1.732. Now see over here, if we are going to take triangle ABC, we have taken triangle ABC. Over here, what the relations we can have it over here, if we are considering this angle at theta as 45 degree, then side opposite to this is your perpendicular and this is your base. Again, the ratio, trigonometric ratio in which perpendicular and base is coming is your tan theta only. So over here theta is 45 degree. So we can say tan 45 degree will be your perpendicular to base, that is h over 100. We know that the value of tan 45 is 1. From the table we can find it out. Value of tan 45 is 1 is equivalent to h over 100. If we are going to cross multiply, h is your 100 meter. That means height of the lighthouse is your 100 meter. Now once we are having the value of h, now we have to find the value of x. Now we will be considering the triangle ABD. Now we will be considering in triangle ABD. Again, this angle over here is theta, is your 30 degree. So side opposite to this will be your AB, that is perpendicular, and BD will be the base. So ratio of your perpendicular to base is your tan theta. So over here theta is 30 degree. So tan 30 degree is equivalent to perpendicular is your h. H is the perpendicular and base is your BD is the base. Now, if we are going to keep the values, we know the value of tan 30 degree is 1 over root 3. Value of tan 30 is 1 over root 3. Value of h, just now we have find it out. It is 100. BD could be written as 100 plus x because BD could be written as BC plus CD and BC is your 100 and CD is x. So BD could be written as 100 plus x. From here, if we will be solving, we will be getting the value of x. Now, if we will solve it further, cross multiply it, 1 multiplied by 100 plus x will be 100 plus x and 100 multiplied by root 3 will be 100 root 3. Now, the value of x will be 100 root 3 minus of 100 will be the value of x. So, x over here 100 could be taken common. It will be root 3 minus 1. It is the value of x. Now, root 3, value of root 3 we have to take as 1.732. So it will be 100 multiplied by 1.732 minus 1. It is the value of x. Or we can say 100 multiplied by 1.732 minus 1. It will be 0.732. And if we will multiply these two, it will be 73.2 meters will be the value of x. Value of x will be 73.2 meters. So like this, we can find it out what the value of the height of the tower will be and what will be the distance traveled by the ship. Now let's see the next two questions. A ladder which is inclined at an angle of 60 degree to the horizontal reaches a 11 meter long wall at a point 2.35 meter below the top of the wall. Find the length of the ladder. We have to find the length of the ladder and we have to use root 3 is equivalent to 1.73. So suppose we are taking this as the wall and at the horizontal, suppose from here ladder is there. Suppose the wall is your AB is the wall and the position of the ladder is at C. Now it is reaching the wall at a point 2.35 meter below the top of the wall. That means suppose your ladder is reaching up to here only. At the top of the wall it is not reaching, it is reaching somewhere here. So this is your ladder. Suppose this point is your D, that simply means DC is the ladder. Angle of elevation, it is given to us as your 60 degree. That means this is your 60 degree. The height of the wall, it is given to us as 11 meters. That simply means this is your 11 meters. AB is 11 meters and it is reaching, your ladder is reaching at a point 2.35 meter below the top. That means your AD, this is your 2.35 meter. Now what we have to do is we have to find the length of the ladder, means we have to find the length CD we have to find. Over here what we can see is AB is your 11 and AD is your 2.35. So we can find the length of your BD, side BD we can find it out. So what BD will be? BD will be AB minus AD. If we will subtract AD from AB, we will be getting the length of your BD. So it will be AB is your 11 minus AD is 2.35. So if we will subtract 10 minus 5, 9, 6 point, it is your 8.65 meter will be the height of your BD. BD is your 8.65. Now over here that this side is given to us, we are having this side and we have to find this hypotenuse. If in a triangle BCD, we are going to consider this is the angle theta which is 60 degree. Side opposite to this is your BD which is perpendicular and we have to find the length of your CD, that means hypotenuse we find. So we have to select a trigonometric ratio in which perpendicular and your hypotenuse is coming. So we know that sine theta is your perpendicular over hypotenuse. Theta over here is your 60 degree. So we can say sine 60 degree is your perpendicular over here. This is your BD is your 8.65 divided by this is your CD. Hypotenuse is your CD and we have to find the value of CD only. Now we know that the sine 60 degree is your root 3 by 2. Value of sine 60 degree is root 3 by 2. It is equivalent to 8.65 over CD. Now if we will cross multiply CD, root 3 times of CD, it is equivalent to 8.65 multiplied by 2. Or we can say CD will be, if we will multiply these two, 5 2s are 10, 0 carry over 1, 6 to 12, 13, 3 carry over 1, then 8 to 16, 17.3 it will be. And it is divided by root 3. That could be written as 1.73. So if we will take the value of root 3 as 1.73, if we will remove this decimal, 100 will come in the numerator because here are two decimal places are there. If we will remove this decimal, 10 will come in the denominator because here only one decimal place is there. Now 173 cancelled, 1010 cancelled. That simply means the CD, value of CD is your 10 meters. The length of the ladder is your 10 meters. This is how we can find it out. Now let's see another question. A boy standing on a horizontal plane finds a bird flying at a distance of 100 meter from him at an elevation of 30 degree. Okay, suppose we are taking this is the position of the bird. This is the position of the bird. This is the position of the boy. This is angle of elevation is given to us as your 30 degree. Suppose this is your A, this is your B and this is your C. Over here B is the position of the bird and A is the position of the boy. Angle of elevation is given to us as 30 degree and distance between the boy and the bird is your 100 meter. That means AB is your 100 meter. It is given to us. Now a girl is standing on the roof of a 20 meter high building finds the elevation of the same bird to be 45 degree. The boy and the girl are in the opposite sides of the bird. That means if bird is here and boy is here, that means girl will be here in this side because they are in the opposite sides of the bird. Find the distance of the bird from the girl. Now what the position of the girl is standing on the roof of a 20 meter high building. So suppose I am taking this as the building. Suppose this is building and its height is your 20 meter. At the roof of this building, the girl is standing and the angle of elevation of the bird is your 45 degree. That means here this angle of elevation is your 45 degree. This is 20 meter high building is there and if this is 20, this will even be 20. Right? And suppose I am taking this point as your D and this point as your E, this point as your F. So over here what we have assumed is that B is the position of the bird, A is the position of the boy, F is the position of the, E is the position of the girl. This is your building and it is 20-meter high building. It is given to us. Distance between A and B, it is 100-meter given to us. We have to find the distance of the bird from the girl. That means we have to find the value of BE is required. Now, angle of elevation from here, it is 30 degree given, it is 45 degree given. Now, first of all, what we'll be doing is, we will be considering in triangle BAC. First of all, we'll be taking triangle BAC. Over here, see, angle of elevation, that is, the angle is theta, is 30 degree given to us. And this hypotenuse is given to us. If this is your 30 degree angle, then BC will be your perpendicular, and the relation between perpendicular and hypotenuse is in your sine theta. So we'll be considering sine theta. Sine theta is your perpendicular over hypotenuse. Over here, theta is your 30 degree. So we will be taking sine 30 degree. It is equivalent to perpendicular. This is your perpendicular. Perpendicular is your BC, is the perpendicular, and hypotenuse is your 100. We know the value of sine 30 degree is 1 upon 2. So we will be keeping the value of sine 30 as 1 upon 2. It is equivalent to BC over 100. If we will solve it further, it will be 2 times of BC is equivalent to 100, or we can say BC is your 100 over 2, that is your 50. That means this position of the bird from the bottom, it is your 50 meters high. So it is BC is your 50. Now, if we are having the value of BC, we can find the value of BD also, because we know that CD is 20 meters. So if we know that CD is 20 meter, we can find the value of your BD also. So what BD will be? BD will be BC. From BC, if we will be subtracting your CD, we will be getting the value of your BD. So this BC is 50, just now we get the value of it, and CD is your 20, that we know. That simply means it is your 30 meters. BD is your 30 meters. Now, if we are going to consider the triangle BDE, we have to find the value of your BE. Now, in this triangle, we are having the value of your BD, that is your 30 meter. For this angle theta, this is your perpendicular and this is your hypotenuse. That simply means, again, we have to take the relation in which perpendicular and hypotenuse is coming. So just now we have seen it is your sine theta only, and value of theta over here is your 45 degree. So we will be considering sine 45 degree. It is your perpendicular, that is your BD is the perpendicular, over hypotenuse is your BE, and we have to find the value of BE only. We know that the value of sine 45 is 1 upon root 2. So we'll be keeping the value of sine 45 as 1 upon root 2. Value of BD is 30 and BE we need to find it out. So if we will solve it further, it will become BE will be 30 multiplied by root 2, that is 30 root 2. It is given to us in the question that we need to use root 2 is equivalent to 1.414. So we will be taking it as root 2, instead of root 2 we will be taking 1.414. So if we will solve it further, 1 0 will come over here. Now 4 3s are 12, 2 carry over 1. 3 multiplied by 1 is 3 and 1 4. 3 4 is 12, 2 carry over 1. 3 1 3 and 4. So it will be your 42.42 meter. That means distance between the girl and the bird is your 42.42 meter. So this is how we have to select that which trigonometric ratio we need to consider, what is given to us, what we have to find, what all is given. That means perpendicular is given, or base is given, or hypotenuse is given. What is to be find out? Then we have to select that which trigonometric ratios is having these two sides. That means which side is given and which side is to be find out. Accordingly, we will be selecting and we will be solving the questions. So now let's see 2 more questions. A lamp post 5 root 3 meter high cast a shadow 5 meter long on the ground. The sun's elevation at this moment is. Over here it is given that lamp post, it is 5 root 3 meter high. Suppose this is the lamp post. Lamp post is your AB is the lamp post and its height is given to us as 5 root 3 meter high. It is given to us. And it is casting a shadow of 5 meter. So over here shadow is your BC is the shadow which is your 5 meter. long. Now what the sun's elevation at this moment is? Suppose this is the sun's elevation. This is your theta and it is your sun's elevation. So over here, if this is the theta, so this will be, AB will be the perpendicular and BC will be the base. So the trigonometric ratio in which perpendicular and base is coming is your tan theta. So we know that tan theta is your perpendicular over base. We have to find the value of theta over here. So let it be tan theta only. Tan theta is equivalent to value of perpendicular is 5 root 3 and value of base is 5. So 5 and 5 both are going to cancel, and from here we came to know that tan theta is your root 3, and we know that tan theta is root 3 when your theta is 60 degree. That means elevation of sun at that moment will be your of 60 degrees. Now the next question. An aeroplane when flying at a height of 4000 meter from the ground passes vertically above another aeroplane. Suppose this is the height of the aeroplane. This is the point where your aeroplane is. This is your A, this is your B, and this is your C. And it is at a height of 4000 meter. So this is your 4000 meter. 4000 meter. This is the height. AB is 4000 meter. When the angles of elevations of the two planes from the same point, suppose this is the point, on the ground are 60 degree and 45 degree respectively. Find the vertical distance between the aeroplane at that instant. So what is given to us is that there is one of the aeroplane is over here, which is at a height of 4000 meter. It is passing another aeroplane. They are having the same, in the same line they are. Another aeroplane is suppose at this point, and this is your D. Now, if angle of elevations for both the two aeroplanes from a point is your 60 degree and 45 degree. So, one of this is your angle of elevation, another is your this angle of elevation. So, this is your 60 degree and this is your 45 degree. These two are the angle of elevation for the two aeroplanes. One of the aeroplane is at the position A, another aeroplane is at the position D. Now someone is watching the aeroplanes, both the two aeroplanes from a point C. For one of the aeroplane, the angle of elevation is 60 degree. For another aeroplane, the angle of elevation is your 45 degree. We have to find the vertical distance between the aeroplanes. That means we have to find the value of AD. Vertical distance between these two aeroplanes is your AD. That simply means we have to find the value of AD. Over here given to us is that root 3 is equivalent to 1.73. Now over here we can see if we are going to take triangle ABC, if the triangle will be considering ABC, so we know this height, this perpendicular, we are aware about the perpendicular. If we will be getting this BC, because this BC is common for both the two triangles. For the triangle ABC also BC is there, and for the triangle DBC also BC is there. That simply means we will be considering the perpendicular and the base. That means we have to select the ratio, trigonometric ratio of tan theta only. So first of all, we are considering in triangle ABC. Why we are taking this triangle first? Because we are having the value of AB over here. But if we are taking the triangle DBC, we don't know the value of DB right now. Right? That's the reason we'll be considering the triangle ABC first, because we know one of its side. That is your 4000, and angle of elevations we are also aware about. So in triangle ABC, tan 60 degree will be your perpendicular over base. We know the value of tan 60 degree is root 3. Root 3 is the value. Perpendicular is your 4000. 4000 over base. Base, suppose this is your x. Suppose this BC is your x, then base is your x. So it will be cross multiplying. So root 3 times of x is equivalent to 4000. Or we can say that the value of x is your 4000 divided by root 3. We can solve it further even. We can multiply it by root 3 and divide it by root 3, rationalizing it. So it will become 4000 root 3 divided by 3. This is the value of x, that is your BC. Now, if we will consider the triangle DBC, we know one of the side, that is BC, we are aware about. Just now we have find its value. So now in triangle DBC, this is your 90 degree, right? DBC, tan of 45 degree will be perpendicular over here is your BD and base is your BC. We know the value of tan 45 is your 1. It is 1. It is equivalent to BD. We are not aware about it. We have to find it out. And BC is your 4000 root 3 by 3. So this 3 will go in the numerator. So value of BD will be 4000 root 3 over 3. Value of BD will be your 4000 root 3 over 3. This will be the value of BD. Now we have to find is we have to find the value of AD. Right? We have to find the value of AD. So AD will be AB minus BD. From AB, from this whole AB, if we will be subtracting this BD, we will be getting the value of your AD. We know that the value of AB is your 4000. Value of AB is 4000 and value of BD is your 4000 root 3 over 3. Now if we will solve it further, we will be getting the value of AD. So what we'll be doing is, we'll be taking LCM, that will be 3. 4000 multiplied by 3 will be your 12,000 minus 4000 multiplied by root 3. See over here it is given that root 3 is your 1.73. So if we'll multiply, 4 3s are 12, carry over 1, 7 4s 28, 28 and 1 29, 2 carry over, 4 1 4 and 2 6. And over here 2 decimal places are there, over here 3 zeros are there. So its value will be 6920. So minus 6920 will be the value of 4000 root 3. Now if we will be subtracting these two, 0, 10 minus 2 will be 8, then 9 minus 9 it will be 0, it will become 11, 5080 divided by 3 will be the value of AD which is required. Now if we will solve it further, it will be 3 1 is 3, 2 carry over 220, 3 6 12 3 6 are 18, 18 then 2, 3 9 is 27, then 1 0, 3 3s are 9, then 1, then 3 3 3, this much. So the length of your AD, side AD which is the required is your 1693.33 meters. So this is how we can solve according to the conditions given to us. We will be deciding that which trigonometric ratio we need to consider and how we will be proceeding. Now let's see the last two questions. A peacock sitting on the top of a tree observes an insect on the ground making an angle of depression 30 degree. If the peacock with a speed of 300 meter per minute catches the insect in 12 seconds, then the height of the tree is. Suppose we are taking that this is the tree and the peacock is sitting over here observing insect over here. So this is the insect and this is the location of the peacock. This is A, this is B and this is C. Now A is the location of the peacock and angle of depression is given to us as 30 degree. That means this is your 30 degree. And if this is 30 degree, this angle will even be 30 degree. So it will even be your 30 degree. That means this angle is 30 degree, it is given to us. Peacock is moving with a speed of 300 meter per minute. Speed of the peacock is your 300 meter per minute. And the time duration in which it is catching this insect is your 12 seconds. Time is 12 seconds. This is the location of the peacock. This is the location of the insect. That means this is the distance which the peacock is traveling. So distance, we know the formula for finding distance is, it is speed into time. This is the formula for finding distance. So speed is your 300 meter per minute and time is your 12 seconds. Now see over here, time is in seconds over here and speed is in minutes. So we will convert this 12 seconds into minutes. So it will be 12 upon 60 minutes. So 6 5 is 35. That means 12 5 is 60. 60 meter. That means the distance of AC is your 60 meter. Now we are having one of the side, and what we have to find is we have to find the height of the tree. That means we have to find the value of AB, and we are having the value of AC. AC is the hypotenuse for this triangle, and AB for this angle theta, that is 30 degree. AB is the perpendicular. So perpendicular and hypotenuse comes in the ratio of sine theta. So sine theta is your perpendicular over hypotenuse. Theta over here is your 30 degree. So sine 30 degree is your perpendicular is AB, that we need to find it out, and AC, that is the distance between the peacock and the insect, is your 60 meter that we have taken. Now the value of sine 30 is 1 upon 2 and AB over 60. Now cross multiplying it, it will become 2 times of AB is equivalent to 60, or we can say that AB is 60 by 2, or it is your 30 meters. That means height of the tree is your 30 meter. This is how we can find it out. Now the last question, from the top of 11 meter high building, building's height is your 11 meter. Suppose this is the building which is 11 meter high. It is 11 meter high. This is your A point, this is your B point. The angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower. Okay, so this is the cable tower. Suppose I am taking, this is the height of the cable tower. This point A I have taken, this B, this C, this D, and suppose this is E. Now the angle of elevation of the cable tower, top of the cable tower, is given to us as 60 degree. That means this angle of elevation is your 60 degree. And the angle of depression of its foot is your C, is the foot of the cable tower. So angle of depression is given to us as 45 degree. So this is your angle of depression. This is your 45 degree. And if this is 45, this will even be your 45 degree. So angle of depression is 45 degree and angle of elevation is 60 degree from a 11 meter high building observing a cable tower. If observing the top of it, angle of elevation is 60 degree. If observing the foot of it, angle of depression is 45 degree. Determine the height of the cable tower. That means what we need to find is we have to find this height. This is EC we have to find. Now over here, if this is 11 meter, we know this will even be your 11 meter. That simply means we need to find this height ED, and if we will be adding ED and 11, we will be getting the height of the tower, your that is your EC we will be getting. Suppose I am taking this as your H, and suppose I am taking this as your X. This is your X. Now what we can find it out is from this triangle, from the triangle A, B, C, we are having this perpendicular, we are having for this angle theta, we are having the perpendicular. So from this triangle, in triangle ABC, this is perpendicular and this is the base. That simply means we'll be considering tan theta. Tan theta is perpendicular over base. Theta over here is your 45 degree. That means tan 45 degree is equivalent to perpendicular is 11 and base we have assumed to be X. Value of tan 45 is 1. So if we will be keeping its value, it is 1 is equivalent to 11 over X, or we can say value of X is your 11 meters. This is the value of X. And if this is 11, this will even be 11 meters. Now if we are going to see the triangle ADE, we are having the value of base we are having, and we have to find the perpendicular. So if in triangle EAD, in this triangle tan 60 degree, this is your tan 60 degree is perpendicular is your ED is the perpendicular and base is your AD is the base. We know the value of tan 60 degree is √3. So we will be keeping the value √3 is equivalent to ED is, we have assumed it to be H, and AD, it is your 11 meter. Just now we have found its value. So we will be keeping it as 11. So the value of H will be 11 √3. This is the value of H. Now once we are having the value of H, if we will be adding this H and this 11, we will be getting the height of the cable tower, that is your EC. So EC is the height of the cable tower and it will be equivalent to ED plus DC. Just now we have seen that value of ED is your H, that is your 11 root 3 plus DC is 11. So 11 could be taken common from this. It will be root 3 plus 1. Value of root 3 we have to take as 1.732. So it will be 11 multiplied by 1.732 plus 1. That will turn to 11 multiplied by 2.732. If we'll multiply these two, 11 2 is 22, carry over 2, 11 3 is 33 and 2 35, carry over 3, 11 7 is 77 and 380, carry over 8, 11 2s are 22 and 8 30. So it will be 30.052 meter. So height of the tower, that is a cable tower, will be on 30.052 meters. So this is how we can solve these type of questions. Hope you must have understood that how to solve these questions. Soon we'll be coming with more videos with more questions from the other chapters also. Thank you.